Sup guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is my first video in English plus many lines. And cause I'm lazy, so it's gonna be a freestyle video of it. So today I'm gonna tell you the pronunciation changing rules among Mandarin, Japanese, Korean plus Cantonese and Taiwanese Hokkien. Okay, c'est parti. So first of all, we got 6 groups, which is S, T, K, L, M, Y. And you can memorize as Stockholm plus Y. And you may ask, what the fuck is it? Well, all the letters just for the pronunciations in those 5 lands. For now, all you need to do is to recognize which groups are the letters. And also you can find that we have some colorful letters. For the blue ones, it only appears in Taiwanese, and yellow one is for both Taiwanese and Cantonese. The green R is 日 in Mandarin. Last, we got red ones, which means the voiced sounds, and it's gonna vibrate your throat. And now, we get into the next level. As you can see, there are many arrows, such as the Japanese T, like the ta or to, from the T group goes into the S group. And also like xi in Mandarin from the S group goes into the Y group. Vale, así que puedes tomar algunas notas o simplemente hacer una captura de pantalla. Next we have 3 groups, aka long short family. Por ejemplo, この漢字はさ、どっちでも N があるじゃん。And according to this table, we found that Chinese N will go into Japanese N and also Korean Nian. 那这个 AB 指的是双元音 aka diphthongs like AI, UI, OU, etc. Next, we got another 3 groups for the entering tones. Về medicine, söyleyeyim. Mandarin'de entering tones yok. Bu yüzden bukular sadece diğer 4 dilde kullanılacak. Par exemple, the kanji zap in Taiwanese or sap in Cantonese, all of them end in the letter P. Así que in this case, they go into the Japanese with U in Ju. And for Korean, we got P in ship. Alright, so now let's check some examples. But before this, shout out to 808 CJK who made an incredible website which contains most of the kanji words. Merci, gracias, thank you. And for the first case, we got 文化, 文化, 文化. And don't forget the Taiwanese 文化 and Cantonese 文化. According to the rules, we already know like Mandarin W belongs to the M group. We are pretty sure that 文 follows the rules. And also you can find that Cantonese F belongs to Y group. Así que sí, este también sigue la regla. And don't forget the short family. 3 of the Chinese N go into the Nian. For the next one, we have 大学, 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 and still don't forget the 大学 and 大學. Maybe you think that the Taiwanese T is not the same thing. Well, due to using the Taiwanese pinyin, so in fact, it's still pronounced D, just like others. For second character, 学 or 学, the Mandarin xi and Japanese ga belong to Y group. Alors, bon travail. La règle fonctionnait toujours. And maybe you already found the question mark here. I was considering if Japanese I can go into Korean E. You know what? Yes, it is. Por ejemplo, sai, tai, zai tends to be 最, 的, in Korean. So as you can see, we can always find some new rules and improve them. And for the last, I want to say, if you're sometimes confusing about pronunciation in either Chinese, Japanese, or Korean, just use those rules we already know. And 最后我想说的是，每次刷到那些营销号说什么你会说广东话就会说日语，blah blah blah 的这些，真不如来学我这些规则，至少在汉字词的部分就可以做到真正 5 in 1。And thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and ciao ciao. See ya.